Integrated, I believe, is a way to go for any marketer because of the multitude of channels out there and the consistency that is just expected from the consumer.
We get insight from all of the different groups so that whenever a challenge comes up or whenever we're faced with a problem, we can come in with an idea or a concept where the sum of the parts is greater than the whole.
Teams working together rather than in their own separate silos or bubbles are going to be more focused on that ultimate goal that you have in mind. You're not going to have to worry with a headache of making sure everyone's on the same page.
It's not just the integrated skill sets that we bring to the table, but it's also the differences in terms of how we approach a client relationship than a traditional agency.
It's our great work, customer service, innovation, and continued client education that sets ThunderTech apart.
We use technology very heavily to help manage the flows and the work processes, and it really takes out a lot of the middle management that otherwise at many other traditional places you're going to be billed for at the end of the day.
In terms of service offerings, I think that one of the things that really makes ThunderTech stand apart is that we think about marketing holistically.
This is not three different companies jammed together. This is not, multiple divisions where they're going to be fighting for space at the table with the client. It's one account person representing the best interests of that client and working with our internal staff to make sure the delivery is flawless.
It's about a larger perspective. It's not just about public relations. It's just not about design or development. It's about how all of these pieces work together.
We like to take the time to go over things with our clients, see the resources they may already have in place, and kind of recommend what they could be doing differently with something that already exists, being more resourceful, or at the same time, if there are new technologies we think they could greatly benefit from, then we want to take the time to walk them through the process and make sure they understand how they work and how it's going to benefit their business.
Any type of campaign or larger project we get into, we don't think about how it's just going to be used today. We also try to envision the implications for it in the future. And if we can take some time today that will enable more future success or just ease of use, evolving it into the future, we'll spend that time. It's a better investment.
We were one of the first in the area to have our own mobile website, and it was in fact our first mobile website that we developed before we had one for a client. And then by the time we were ready to develop one for a client, we had already kind of worked out the kinks and figured out what was the best process and what was the best way to go about it.
A couple of people on the data development team right now are jumping into 3D, working with multimedia departments. So it's something that interests them and they want to get a hold of it, and we're going to let them do it.
Social media tools today seem to be evolving and changing constantly. Technologies are coming in from every direction, and we like to be able to take the time to understand them so that when clients give us a call, we can help them out and walk them through the process. Innovation isn't always necessarily working with new technologies. Sometimes it's taking something that you may already have in place and looking at it in a different way and putting a fresh spin on it.
So we're always looking for a way to do something better, more efficient, and then if there's a new technology, we're going to grab onto it. We're going to find a way to make it applicable, especially if there's value behind it for our clients.
I like to say that if the internet gets unplugged tomorrow and skywriting becomes in vogue, that we'll buy a plane and figure out how to skywrite. It doesn't really matter to us where marketing is heading, just as long as we're helping our clients evolve as consumers evolve.